Hello, thank you for clicking on the video. My name's Steve and this is Everyman Fragrances. However, today I don't want to talk to you about fragrances. I want to do something a little bit different and venture into the world of men's hairstyling products. Now let's address the elephant in the room here before some funny bollocks makes a comment down in the section below that says something like, "Why do I want to listen to you? You've got a turd on the top of your head." I'm fully aware I've got shit hair, okay? I'm not standing here thinking I'm the man and you guys aspire to look like me, be like me, or have hair like this. I've always had crap hair, but actually for that very reason, I've tried and tested a lot of products in an attempt to make it look less crap. So my opinion on this is actually really well informed and quite valid, to be honest. So that's why I'm doing it. I've tried a lot of products. I actually kind of got into it and I've tried quite a lot and I've sort of enjoyed testing them. So today I want to talk to you about my sort of top three, or at least the three most popular kind of men's hairstyling waxes and my opinion on what I think is the best of the bunch. The only other preamble I want to say here is if you've searched and found this video, you probably know what you're about to get into, where if you're one of my more regular viewers and perhaps you spend like £3 or £4 on a hair wax from the high street or supermarket, then you might be a little bit surprised because most of these cost around or in excess of £20, which to some is a lot of money. And I kind of get that. But as I've learned getting more and more into this, hairstyling is a lot like fragrances in the sense that you can find some very solid cheapies and get some good results with them. However, you can also kind of get a little bit hooked and start looking for kind of slightly better products, slightly more premium, kind of homebrew, more kind of high-end, effectively niche hair waxes or hair clays or whatever. To eventually you become, yeah, like a niche snob or a niche bellend. And I guess that is where I am at. So with that in mind, let's look at these niche hair waxes. The first product I want to talk about is one that Robin James, who is a YouTuber that I love and very much respect, he spoke really highly of this, and that's why I bought it. But to be honest, I've been really disappointed. I'm talking about Label M's matte paste. Now this comes in a couple of different sizes. This is the larger 120ml pot. You can get a smaller 50ml one. When you're shopping for this, do make sure you shop around and get the best deal you can get. I got this larger 120ml pot for about £14. I got a good deal on it, but normally it's about sort of £20. The smaller 50ml pot is normally £12 to £14. So as I say, shop around and you should be able to get the larger one for the cost of the smaller one. Anyway, the reason I dislike this product so much is because it's really difficult to work with. It's just a pain in the arse. Basically, when you take it out of the pot, it comes out really quite chalky. And then you have to like work it really hard to warm it up in the palms before it will break down and emulsify to a kind of nice, smooth, kind of clear wax. You have to work really, really hard and really focus on it. Granted, the B-roll footage that you're watching, I took out probably too much, to be honest, but I wanted to prove the point. And even when you then rub it and work it in, you've still left with little white bits that are kind of like chunks of the paste that if you're not careful, you can then just sort of put into your hair, and then you're left with like a bit of white paste in your hair and you look like something out of Something About Mary. So yeah, really disappointed with this. I've got to say, if you spend your time working it in and rubbing it, you'll get okay results. If you can get it down to emulsify and get it down to a nice clear paste in your hands, it works in very easy. There's not much tack, you don't get much tug. It's not that sticky. For that very reason, the hold is only okay. It's probably definitely the weakest hold of the three products I'm talking about today. But the finish is okay. It's not 100% matte, but I would certainly class it as a matte paste. I think the name is fair. It's not 100% matte. As I say, you can see that there's product in the hair, but it's not shiny by any means. As I say, if you can put the effort in to work it in and get it emulsified, you can work it in nicely, and it's fairly easy to use depending on your hairstyle. But because it's not that sort of got that much of a stronger hold, you might have to spend a little more time on the styling side, and then the hold throughout the day is okay. It's not brilliant, it's okay. The good thing about this is when it's worked in, you can actually rework it. So if it does get blown about in the wind, you can just kind of work your fingers through your hair and sort of restyle it throughout the day. So for that, I kind of quite like it. So price on this is okay for the size, considering you can get £14 for 120ml, which is good value for money as such. But no, not for me. Far too much effort in this product, and then the end result is only kind of okay and a bit better than some of the high street products for me. So I definitely wouldn't recommend this one. The next wax that I want to talk about is the most expensive of the three, coming in at about £24, depending on where you get it from. But it does offer the best presentation in my opinion. I'm talking about the Dude de Wax. So it comes in this kind of rather cool looking wooden pot, which probably looks the best on your shelf compared to the other two products. And it does also come in an eco-friendly canvas bag, if that's your thing. But let's be honest, the bag and the pot still end up in the bin, so it doesn't really change much there. But yeah, it's a cool looking pot and it does look good on your shelf if that's your thing. And what I will say is this, of the three, is the best smelling product as well. It actually smells really nice. I do really like the smell, but personally, I would rather a hair product didn't smell because obviously I like fragrances and I quite often spray my hair. So I would much rather products not smelling, but some people like it. And if you do, this is the best smelling of the three. This also offers the best hold of the three, quite comfortably I would say. But the downside of that is it gets that hold from the fact that it's very thick and sticky. So when you first take this out of the pot, you'll get a very thick, sticky paste that will make your hands and fingers very sticky. It does emulsify down really well though. It emulsifies much easier than the Label M product, and you'll get like a nice even coating over your hands and fingers with no visible product there. So you can then work it in, but because it's so sticky, you will get a lot of tug as you're putting it through. So yeah, and because again, it's sort of quite sticky, it's quite difficult to get an even kind of coverage and even distribution throughout the hair. Trust me, if you misuse this product, you will suffer. I've learned the hard way on this. So this is like my 5th pot, so I know what I'm doing with this now. And the 2 pieces of advice that I would give you is, number 1, apply small amounts. So just to apply it a little bit, and then if you need a little bit more, apply a little bit more. And if your hands are quite sticky, potentially wash them between the second application. So it does make it take a little bit longer to kind of style your hair, but it's worth it, because if you misuse this, you will suffer. So yeah, small amounts until you get the right amount that you need. Don't go too much too soon. And another piece of advice that I would give is do not bother rubbing it into your hands. Just emulsify and rub it into your fingers, and only use your fingers when you're applying it. If you've got too much on your palm, as you're applying it, you'll just apply too much to one bit of your hair, and then it'll be sort of quite sticky and it might stick up and it'll be a bit uncontrollable. I just find if I just put it on my fingers and then run my fingers through my hair and get right down to the scalp, I get a much more even distribution when applying this product to kind of doing it that way. So that's 2 tips that I would give you, because trust me, if you misuse this, you will swear and you will regret buying it. But just be patient and learn how to use it is what I will say. Because it's quite sticky, as I say, you will get a lot of tug. And another thing I find is, this is, of the 3 products, this is the one that I get the most flyaway hairs with. So my hair will kind of look quite cool, or look quite good, relatively speaking. As I say, I've got shit hair. But then when I look, I've got a lot of kind of flyaways, because you don't get that really nice, even distribution through each and every hair. So I then have to sort of just work a little bit harder to make sure I've got nothing, no flyaway hair sticking up. But this does offer the best hold. It's still workable throughout the day, so if it does get ruffled, you can still run your fingers through it and kind of restyle it and reproduct it and sort of reapply it, as it were. It's actually what I've got in my hair today. With that in mind, the finish on this is quite good. It's definitely a matte finish. Just bearing in mind, if you're sort of judging the shine on my hair in this video, I've got a lot of lights around me for YouTube. So that does just naturally make it look more shinier than it is. So in the natural light, it's not quite as shiny as it's probably coming across in this video. And I would say it's definitely a matte finish. And personally, I like the finish on this product from the styling point of view. It kind of, the hair sort of clumps together in a nice way, so it sort of just bunches up, and it's easier to use. But if your hair's a little bit too short, so when I first get my hair cut, because this is a bit sort of sticky and can be difficult, I often find that hairs are becoming a bit uncontrollable. But when it's a bit longer, I've just got a bit more depth and I get a much more even coverage. And as I say, the hold on this is really good, and it's really strong, and it will last all day. And even if you then take your jumper off and ruffle your hair, you can just restyle it and kind of get it back to kind of where you want it to go. So this is a very good product. I can see why it gets the hype. It is expensive, but it can be difficult to work with if you don't know what you're doing. But my advice is just take your time, get used to it, and don't write it off too soon. Because I did. The first time I tried to using it, I just hated it. But then I got used to it, and now I know what I'm doing, and I really like the product. But it's not my favourite of the 3. My favourite of the 3 is this. It's Wax Zero by Vilain. I fucking love this product. Kind of value for money. This is cheaper than the Dude, but the Dude is like 100ml for like £24. This again varies between 18 and £22, and it's only a 50ml pot. Personally, even though that's kind of thicker, so you might think you don't need to use as much because it's stronger, it can, I often find I do use more, but it just takes me longer. So I don't know, the pots tend to last similar amounts of time for me personally. But I just love this product. This is just by far the best all-rounder and the best value for money product here, easily in my opinion. It's really, really easy to use. It comes out as a really smooth cream, I would say, and it emulsifies really easily, really quickly. It's quite strong. It's got a bit of tack to it. You'll get a slight amount of tug as you're putting it through your hair, but not much at all. You don't have to be as kind of stressed over using this like you do with the Dude product. I can just rub this all the way through my fingers and my palms, just run my hands and fingers through my hair and apply it really quickly and get good results. It's not as strong a hold as the Dude, but it's still a good hold, and because it's just such a smooth, silky smooth cream that emulsifies really easily in the hands. You just get, unlike the Dude, the wax, I just personally get a really nice even distribution throughout my hair. So for that reason, I don't get as many flyaways, and I just find that I can style my hair so much quicker with this and get really good results at the end of it. I get a really good hold, which again is workable, that I can sort of restyle throughout the day if it does get ruffled by the wind or my jumper or whatever. And the finish on this, they describe the finish as like a natural shine, and I kind of agree with that. It's not matte, but it's definitely not a shine, so don't worry. I don't like shiny products. This, I would say, is matte. I think they say it's like a healthy glow or healthy shine or something, and that's kind of, I agree with that. It's like your hair is being washed and conditioned with a good product, and it just looks quite healthy. And that's what I like about it. You can definitely see there's product in there, but it's not a shiny product. It just looks quite cool. But for me, this is just by far the best product here, without a doubt, and I can highly recommend using it. As I say, it's just really quick to use. You get really nice even distribution, not too much target, goes through the hair. You get a really nice natural sort of looking finish with a really nice hold that will last all day with minimal flyaway hairs. So yeah, by far this is my favorite product of the three, and of all the hair products that I've tried, this is the one for me. Personally, I've recently, just for the sake of this video, bought some to do the wax, and I'm just trying to use that up now so I can go back to using this one because I absolutely fucking love it. Before I finish, I just want to emphasize that obviously this is not a sponsored video. Nobody's sending me free hair products. I mean, come on, look at the state of me. I pay for all of these products with my own money, and this is just 100% honest, unbiased opinions, and none of companies or anybody know, even though I exist, okay? Nobody cares. So I just wanted to emphasize that in case you thought that, I don't know, I got free products. God, I wish. Anyway, I hope you got something out of this. It's a little bit different. I'd like to maybe do a few more men's styling products. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed it, or if you found it interesting, or if I did an all right job at it. I'd really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe and all that shit. By all means, comment below, let me know what your favorite hair product is. I might give it a go, because what I've also learned is it's a lot cheaper to buy hair products than it is to buy fragrances. Trust me on that one. Thanks again for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you for a video soon. Take care, much love.